everybody, we are getting ready to get into the program. I have loved our meet and greet and mingle and network hour. I know some of you have already gotten your food, so we're gonna give the DJ a little musical break, and we're getting ready to get into some presentations. But first of all, I want to let you all know, if everybody didn't pass their phones, we are live. This is on my business page, so if you want to share it to your signature entrepreneurs masterminds, Dr. Larry Weiss page, wherever you want to share it, you can share this out so other people can see the information that we're giving out today. So just letting you know that, first of all, where we are streaming at this very moment. But other than that, when everybody comes up, just kind of step into the light, get your moment, you know, so that way you can be streamed out. And I appreciate all the vendors. I'm gonna make sure you get your camera time so that you can do your virtual talk to the audience as well. You know, we always think it's about just the people who show up in the physical room. Sometimes it's a virtual room that will outnumber us. And I believe the room has turned out beautiful today. We are still, because I mean, people bought tickets, so hopefully their bodies show up with their tickets. But if not, we will move on. So I want to welcome you all first to Douglasville, my home. I've been here over 20 years in Douglasville, in the Douglas County. I know y'all think this is like a real product town, but it is very progressive. A lot of things go on here in Douglas County. And it has actually the lowest crime rate. That's why I live here. Just in case you didn't know that. It has the lowest crime rate here. But as a business, this is a wonderful place to be in Douglas County because there is a mix of culture, there is a diversity, there is an inclusion out here in Douglasville that is different from a lot of other communities. So it's a great place for us to have a mixer for our business and talking about how we can build and bring in each other. So today I want to start off with Rashawn Ellis, who is our host of this wonderful event, who made this possible, and that is our signature entrepreneurs and masterminds special events coordinator. So come on, Rashawn Ellis.
Thank you. Thank you,
Champ.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you to all the sponsors, vendors, friends and family, colleagues, everyone that's here in the room. If it wasn't for you guys, none of this would be possible. So, and thank you to everyone that traveled to actually be here. Thank you to Dr. Larry for letting us have this under his brand and to bring all of our brands together. And special shout out and thank you to DJ Pomby in the back, who DJs for us for Urban Beats Radio 2. So again, welcome. I hope you all enjoy yourself and learn a lot about businesses and different networking and everything. So thank you so much. Thank you, Rashawn.
Round of applause for Rashawn Ellis, everybody. I want to be out of order for a minute. Dr. Sheikha and some of the folks like awards now. Yes. So I would like, I've been trying to give this award for a long time. It's well overdue. National Chair. National Chairwoman. Oh wow, we live. It's like on ABC. VIP and concierge. On behalf of Signature Entrepreneurs and Masterminds, in recognition of your hard work, dedication, and mastermind. I'm giving up. Blessed be a blessing. In media relations, Mastermind Leadership Award, Rashawn Ellis, aka Regina, in honor of my mother, Joyce Nicholas. Rest in peace. Your Mastermind Leadership Award, Rashawn Ellis. I'm not done yet. Dr. Sheikha and Dr. Tammy both have the same plaque. They probably passed, so I apologize. We have that in Charlotte. I'd like to give people their roles while they're still living. I don't know what they have tomorrow, man. All right, we here. We're blessed. We're blessed. We are blessed. Y'all bear with me. This is a part of the program that the Lord put me in another position. All right. Oh, actually, that's it. You gotta go. We're talking about somebody. Also, keep in mind, Dr. Sheikha Houston, Dr. Tammy Taylor, and Brooke Dunbar have the same award that we presented at a later time. Dr. Sheikha, Dr. Tammy, would you please stand? Round of applause for your education here, everybody. Try to stay on camera here. You all are selfless. I thank you for your contributions, and God had his way today. God had his way, and he always has his way. So thank you, my doctors. Thank you so much. We're going to jump on. Will you please stand? The best real estate back in the community, she also received a DMV Mastermind Leadership Award in real estate. We shut it down in Houston a couple of weeks ago. I'm looking at the 3P. You're always there. Everybody do what you can. And I just want to shout out to Katrina Johnson, where Katrina keeps standing. She came in from San Diego, San. Wow. Thank you so much. We owe you a trip. We'll see you in the fall. Amen. Stacey Henry Carr, where are you? She is. There she is. We appreciate you. You made a timely travel. We thank you. And my first time meeting, so I was telling Dr. Sheikha, Dr. Tammy, and Courtney, I'm a little choked up. I'm never one lost for words, but I'm seeing y'all for the first time. It's quite amazing for me. Amen. Just gotta tell you. Dr. Carla Maria, she's like, my mother's Marie, I'm Maria. I got your coffee mugs, I got your socks. My wife and I, she's like, oh, you really wearing them? I'm like, yeah, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Oh, I'll have one. I'll have one. But like, I appreciate you. So I'd like to give a lot of shout outs. But listen, I'm gonna go ahead and keep the program. And I'm going to my first speaker for today. She goes by the name of Pele Hunt. She is a woman of God, retired army, best-selling author, DJ. She walks in the stage. Hey,
Everyone say Talofa.
Talofa.
Man, I can't hear y'all. Talofa.
Talofa.
Ooh, I am so glad. I can hear you.
It's a good one. That's a good one.
Well, Talofa is hello in my Samoan language. And I want to say Talofa to all of you and to all our virtual people, to the world, should I say, right? Yes. But first and foremost, I always want to give God all the honor, praise, and glory. Yes. Because if it wasn't for God, we wouldn't be here today. And if it wasn't for God, I would have made it this far.
Amen.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to share with all of you my story. And it is about my up and coming book. Let me tell y'all something though. Although my book is not publicly published, but let me tell y'all, it is already published in my heart and in my mind. And I want you to know that your story is already published. You have a story. We all have a story. Your story matters. My story matters. And I decided to tell my story to share God's story. Ladies and gentlemen, my book is called Heart of a Warrior, The Humble Journey of a Samoan Warrior. See, 15 years ago, I lost the love of my life. And when I lost my husband, he was an amazing father. And at that time, I was in the military. And I know all my military folks up in here, I thank you all for your service. And when he passed, I became a widow. I became a single parent, and it was hard. I decided to get out of the military, but you know what? That was not God's plan for me. And I want you to know that no matter what we go through in life, no matter what we face in life, when you allow God to be the foundation of your life, everything will be okay. You will be okay because He brought me through and He will bring you through in all that you go through in life. See, after that, I got remarried 10 years after that. And I want you to know, I want everyone to know that it is possible for you to find that love again after the loss of a loved one. It's possible. It happened to me, and it can happen to you. But unfortunately, that marriage didn't last. I went through a painful divorce. Ladies and gentlemen, I said to myself, that divorce did not kill you, girl. What is wrong with you? I had to reach back into my heart, my soul. And I said, you know what? God gave you the courage. God gave you the power. And I want you to know you have that courage. You have that power. To what? To find your purpose, to fulfill that God-given purpose that He has blessed you with, that He has blessed me with. Ladies and gentlemen, see, we as leaders and entrepreneurs must always have this willingness to learn, right? We always have to learn, have the willingness to learn. Write this down, learn, Learn. Love what you do. And let me tell you, I love what I do. Yes, I do. And I love to inspire and empower women to know that they are enough so they can be vessels of love and positivity so they can fulfill their love, their God-fulfilling purposes. At this moment, I would like to ask all the amazing women up in here to stand. Because you know what, today, it is history, it's the Women's History Month. I want all the men, I want all of us to honor the women up in here and all the women up in the virtual, to all the women in the world. I want to say thank you. I celebrate you today. I honor all the women today. Thank you. Yes, I just want to honor you. I just love y'all. I know we as women, we go through a lot in life.
Yes.
We make things happen for our families, because we have that motherly love. We just know how to love. That it doesn't matter what we go through. We as mothers, we make it happen. I don't care what you do. A mother will always make it happen. And let me tell you something. If you have a mother or a father who is still living, my advice to you is please love on your parents. And I say this because I miss mine. I encourage everyone to cherish every moment that you have with your parents. Make every moment count. Let me tell you something. This is your time to love on your parents. Don't wait until they are, ill for you to show love. No, show them love all the time. Pick up that phone and call your mother. Pick up that phone and call your father. So I want to share with you that part of my story because it's a story of losses. I call my journey a breathtaking journey. And ladies and gentlemen, it is okay that we go through all the struggles, all the trials and tribulations in life. You know why? Because it took all that pain that I was going through to find my purpose. I was grateful to God for all that I have went through in life. As a matter of fact, no matter what I was going through with all the losses, it took my divorce. And this is my thing. I am very transparent and authentic with my journey. I consider my divorce a true blessing to my life. It took my divorce for me to be the first generation with a master's degree. It took my divorce for me to be a certified motivational speaker of Les Brown. It took my divorce to be a life coach. It took my divorce to be all that. But you know what? It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that I love to love on people. It's that I have a heart, that servant's heart to serve. And I am so glad to serve my people. And Dr. Larry and Courtney, thank you for blessing me with this opportunity to be here with all of you. And my guiding philosophy in life: stay humble, stay positive, stay strong, and always stay encouraged. I love you. God loves you. And look, don't ever give up. No matter what you go in life, never give up, never give in. And that's my brother, John, the power of positivity. Quitting is not an option. I love y'all. Thank you.
Round of applause for Pele Munkin, everybody. We're giving everybody their roses today, and I'm gonna make y'all laugh today. Henry, you know, I finished second round in the comedy jam trying out. I told him I had some jokes. So the 8 men in the building, stand up, 8 men. Come on now, come to DJ. That includes you as well. Come on now. 8 men. We always outnumbered. The women are doing. I see you day to day, May 9th, DJ. Men, we gotta do better. Executive citation for the residents. And I want to say this, so they don't think I'm crazy with these citations. Thank you so much for your contributions, because there's multiple events. Blessed be a blessing. She got $100 today. She sent me 50. They'll pay for the food. I'm telling you, it's real. Don't worry about how many people are here, because whoever's here, that's who God has. Amen. And so when I read the citation, it's about what we've done over the past 6 months, all of you. So it's not today, but it's about last week and what you learned. Your dollars will make it happen, even if you are just there spiritually. An executive citation for the residents for the state of Maryland, because y'all send y'all money up to Maryland and bring it back to Georgia, Georgia Peaches, and South Carolina. Employment and also business owner to the growth, economic growth of the county, for the state of Maryland, where the Mastermind group started. Okay. We are proud to recognize you doing lunch and learn, which you sent money for VIP Kids Concierge. Thank you so much. We thank you on behalf of the Mastermind groups, which entrepreneurs and Mastermind Sims, for your positive impact you have had on our communities, and we extend our sincere best wishes in all your future endeavors. The Honorable, he says, thank you for helping to make the state of Maryland and around the country a better place for all. The Honorable Stuart L. Pittman, Lieutenant Governor and County Executive for the state. I'm not going to read that again, but I have to get that out to see what people are. Thank you so much, Robert Paul. One more thing. Just one more thing.
Okay, I just want to give a big shout out to everyone who has been a blessing to my life. I know everyone is listening. I don't want to mention everyone, but to the world and everyone who has poured into me, I love all of you. Thank you. God bless, and God bless the world.
Thank you.
Amen. Amen. I finally met somebody who can out talk. Yeah. I want to bring up our next person. She said I'm only going to take a couple of minutes, but she said I could just fly in, help out the team, help set up. And the next speaker you will hear from, vendor, speaker, mastermind member, Katrina Johnson, San Diego. Temecula, to be honest with you. Katrina Johnson, everybody. DJ, I apologize. What you got for us?
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so hopefully I don't have food in my teeth. I wasn't expecting to come up here so soon. So I am Katrina Johnson, and I am a California native, and I did fly in from San Diego, California, and I love the state of Georgia. I just always have, and it was really a pleasure to be invited into this group. Thank you, Dr. White. And I've met so many people and the connections are just awesome. I am the podcast host of the Katrina Johnson Show. And I am also a writer and speaker on everything self-improvement and growth mindset. A little lost for words right now. So I have a story. Everybody has a story. I have a book that I'm going to come out. I'm going to be coming out with, and I also am going to be a collaborating writer of the next project for SEM. But my story, if I have to share just a little bit with you guys, it was 2016. I was actually supposed to be packing up to move here to Georgia. My family drove from California out here, and things just didn't go right. And I really believed that was going to be the saving grace for my family.
Take your time, take your time.
But I thought that was going to just change my life. But God has something else in store. So because things did not go in the way that I thought it was going to go, we ended up coming back to California. We never settled here. And it was time to start all over again. Before coming here, I quit my job. We sold basically everything in storage. But I made up my mind coming back here that I needed to really focus on me and really focus on building a better life for myself. We don't marry to divorce. And I know marriage it's not easy, right? You have to work at it every day. I think I was at a point that I did all that I could possibly do as a human, as a praying woman, as a woman of God. Together, my ex and I had 6 kids. I had 2 when we met, we had 2, and then we had 2 together. So the younger 2 were still in high school. And so when we got back again to California, I had to start over. But on that drive back home, I was praying the whole time. My prayer was, okay, Lord, I need a place to stay. Because I told my ex, I said, it's over, I've got to move on. And I don't think he really believed me. So when we get back into town, we moved into my other daughter's house. We slept overnight, we got in line really, really late that night. And again, I drove almost the whole way, and I needed that because that was therapy for me, to drive and to pray and to just figure things out. So on the way back, like I said, I'm just praying. I need a job, I need a car, I need to get the rest of my things out of storage that I have, because I have lost so many things in storage over the years. I lost so many cars to repo. It just financially, things just weren't right. So we get back into town, we're staying at my daughter's house. I wake up the next morning, I make 3 phone calls, and I'm asking for a place to stay, people that I know. The last phone call was to a friend of mine who we hadn't talked in a while, but I basically, with her, I didn't even ask for a place to stay. I just said, I know you have a garage, can I move my stuff out of storage into your garage? She said, oh yes, sure. And I told her about my breakup and everything, and she said, well, do you need a place to stay? Because the girl that I work with, she just moved out. She was, just using the room, renting the room. But you can come, you can stay. I said, oh, great. And she said, and you need a car? I got an extra car. I said, okay, yes. And so, just like overnight, everything just happened for me. So God had provided the car, and I used that car until I got my own. God provided a place to lay my head. And eventually the 2 children, the teenagers, they moved in with me. And we're in this one room in this house, my friend's house. And we stayed there over a year until I could get myself back. But like within that same month or the next month, I got a job, and I've been at that job ever since, going on 6 years. And that's a miracle within itself as well, because I'd always wanted to work in human resources, and I just got promoted like after 2 years of working there.
But long story short, God is good. That is one of the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing, to inspire people that it doesn't matter what you go through. It doesn't matter, you know, I've been through a lot in life. That's just one part of it, you know, and we all have different journeys along the way. But there was childhood stuff that went on too. But I was at the point of my life at that point that I needed a change. I needed to take my power back. I needed to get my life on track. And God has been proving himself to me ever since.
Amen.
And there's nothing more important than peace.
Yeah.
And that was the main thing. I got my peace back. Oh, I'm sorry, yes. Yes, and where I was gonna go at the very beginning, I was just going to share this story, was my podcast. So I do have a podcast and it's based on inspiration. And if you have an inspiring story to share, something that would benefit my audience, then you can reach me on social media at I am Katrina Johnson. I have business cards, you can connect with me and share your story. I would love to have you to be a guest in the interview. And also, if you want to advertise your product or services on my podcast, connect with me on that as well.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. Let's see what comes to roses now. I'm not going to read it all again. Same citation from the Honorable Stuart Pittman. Thank you for your contributions for everything, Katrina Johnson. We're going to get a group photo again. As the photographer showed me that the moment we get up here, the lighting was bad. We're going to keep on task with time. We have to be out of here at 3:30, and we have a panel. So we're very respectful of your time, and we love you. Round of applause for Katrina Johnson. So I want to bring up the first VIP vendor who was the first one to pay, and he didn't even ask for his money back when we rescheduled the date. I guess that's because he got about 3-4 checks coming in. DJ, give me something real smooth as I bring this brother up. You know who he is, but give me something smooth. What you got? Random. I know I put him on the spot. He retired Air Force, everybody. He go by the name of David Hayden. Make your way to the virtual stage. David Hayden, he's amazing. DJ, give me a little something on the ones and twos. Especially after that new surgery, right? Yeah, you gotta say that right here. Keep that going. Dr. Sheik, I'm gonna mess with you all day. He used to be in the mastermind group. He does a lot of multi-level marketing stuff. And y'all screen this out. I see one follower up here. Let's get it busy. Let's get it busy. David Hayden, you have the floor. I appreciate it. Skills to pay the bills. Your sponsors make it happen. David Hayden, everybody.
Good afternoon, everyone. As he said, Dr. White said, I'm David Hayden, right out of Marietta, Georgia, retired Air Force, just a little bit about that was in New York. As you guys know, 2008, when the economy changed, it was so hard for us, my kids, and one of the services I keep on was natural gas. And I found out and the young man online told me that the thing's not I'm saying what you do. People what to go out and help as many people as I possibly could. And here we are, almost 12 years later, thousands of customers later, and about over 500 fellow associates that came on board and started doing the same thing and started making money with me and helping other people. That's where we are today. So my business is not about the making money part. It's about helping people save the money. Save money on services that we have. I'm now aligned with a company that we have over 14 services in all 50 states, 27 countries, in 5 continents.
Wow.
So I'm reaching out to a lot of people saying, look, if you're looking to save some money, give me a call. If you're looking for another stream of income, that's where we want to help some people make some money. And another aspect of our business that's coming So whenever you come up again and want to have another event, please let me know. When I heard you was doing this today, I had to kind of push some other things to the side and said, let me make sure I make it my way out here to Douglasville so that I can be a part of this. And if he doesn't know it, even if he never put on another event, I was not going to ask him money back. That was money well spent investing in you. So investing in what
You want to make me cry today?
no, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that because you bought me a drink one time. I ain't gonna say what. But anyway, so there's 2 things, 2 events I would love for you guys to be a part of. So if you would just save these 2 dates, April the 20th right here in Atlanta, and May the 7th. The business that I spoke of us having an opportunity to let our money be making money for us. That event is actually going to launch, the U.S. launch. The business is worldwide right now, but the U.S. launch is May the 7th, right here in Atlanta. And we have an opportunity, we as a people have an opportunity to be at the beginning instead of at the end. And when things are starting to grow and things are starting to move forward, you're going to remember that date. If you're going to be there or not be there, that's okay. But mark the date, May the 7th, April the 20th, we have an event downtown that all the vendors, I would love to have you guys be a part of. And even if you don't be a vendor, have some folks come down and support. So,
Amen.
But anyway, thank you guys for your time. And that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
No award.
No awards for David until he joins the group back. Take your seat, sir. We love you. Thank you for coming up to Maryland. You're amazing. Beautiful family. Go to Disney World like every month. Put her at the end of the day, Atlanta, Sharon J. Bullock. You know, speakers, okay. I'm giving everybody, Sharon J. Text, yes. Come up here, come up here. This is your site. I told you, Larry, we're gonna do a picture. You want to slide through the word section? Doing like that?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Dr. Tony, I was on the panel, so I'm a little thrown off here, as far as the speaking part.
You got it.
I got it, she says. Okay, I have it. It's so great to be here. Of course, this is home for me. I'm from Gainesville, Georgia. I migrated to Maryland to go to Morgan State University a long time. He mentioned my age. Well, the reason he said that is because I have a book out called Embracing My Sexy 60s. And I say we are not our mother's 60s. So it is really something that a project that I did because I felt that women in their 60s today are doing the darn thing. And like my sister said earlier, having to start over in so many ways. And we're empty nesters today. We're starting businesses. We're starting new relationships. We're executives in corporations. We're finally doing our passion because now that everyone's out of the house kid-wise, we can now work on ourselves. So Embracing My Sexy 60s are inspirational stories about women in their 60s and their journey to 60. So I encourage you to pick up a copy. It didn't start there, of course. I have, my real passion is fashion. And I started this back since I was a preteen. I've always wanted to be in the fashion industry, or I wanted to be a model, is where I started. And Beverly Johnson was my idol. And when I was growing up, I was supposed to go to Barbara Sutton School of Modeling after high school, but all my friends were going to a four-year college, and I felt left behind. So I decided to follow my friends instead. But that little girl inside of me still wanted to be a model. So I said, if I can't be one, I want to look like one. So I just started dressing me and everybody else in my head, you know. And eventually I did open a boutique, Metamorphosis Wardrobe and Accessories Boutique, that was in Silver Spring, Maryland. And that sort of pushed me to where I am today, because after having that business and going through what I went through, because we went through something, as the young lady stated earlier, and it's sort of like it's not where you've been or where you've gone, it's where you're going. So I am here today because I am embracing my sexy 60s, and I am doing my passion, what I love best, and I still do wardrobe consulting as well as color analysis and things of that sort. It's part of the fashion industry, but my passion right now is to have women tell their stories. And I do have a volume 2 coming up. So all of those that are in their 60s, approaching 60, or know someone in their 60s that have a story to tell, please have them see me, because I'd love to include them in volume 2. So thank you for letting me share.
Great.
I appreciate you. I'll look at day over 40. I got a lot of stuff in my hands. Let's do this later. Let's do that later. I got a lot of stuff in my hand. I appreciate you. All right. Round of applause for Sharon Bigelow. A little on loyalty and check. We had a few folks couldn't make it. Birds out in Jordan. Tornado hit her home. New Orleans, she was on her way. She was our first speaker, so we're slapping a few things. Prayers out for Marlo, his daughter, running a temperature. He says he loved y'all. He couldn't make it. He was there last night. I drink coffee every morning. Amazing. You falling asleep? For years. It was great coffee this morning, and I love writing county checks. If I hadn't written you a check, I would do so within the next 30 days. I'm still recovering from Houston, just being honest. But the next young lady I want to bring up, and then we're going to get to you, Daryl, smooth man, San Diego. Hey, sis, where's Katrina? Katrina's from San Diego. Yeah. It's nice. I said, hey, I don't want to share this coffee mug with my wife. So she sent me like 2 or 3 coffee mugs with matching socks. It's like, cool, because I work from home. She got into some traffic last night. I like to call Dr. Carla Maria the female version of me because she is so extrovert and she's got a lot of energy like Pele. But I want to thank you so much. Courtney beat me, right? Check. I was number 2. I appreciate you. Way to lead the way. And she's so amazing. And I just want to bring her up to the stage. You got a citation. Thank you for your donation. You got a paper. DJ, give me some screws so you can move on. Dr. Carla Maria. Okay. All right, before we get to my microphone, Dr. Carla Maria, when you come up, that's lighting is here, that's why you see us go here, go live on Facebook. That's what I appreciate using. Everybody is politically correct in a building. You can record.
Hey there, I'm Dr. Carla Maria, drcarlamaria.com. Dr. Larry calls me a swift Army knight because I have so many different credentials, but my real true passion is working with amazing women and a few good men that want to move from going from bitter to better. That's my real passion. And right time with that, my passion of being an entrepreneur. So I'm blessed by Dr. Carla Maria. Gifts, accessories, you name it, custom items. So hit my booth up. Also join my mailing list. You get first releasing because I'm always creating, always this. Oh, get in the morning, create that. So I'm always doing that. It's an honor to be a part of this group. I wish I could have been there last night, but between the accident and the traffic, this Atlanta traffic is something else, let me tell you. Like for all those that live here, hats off to you darlings, because that's something else. I was like, I can't do this every single day. Anyway, it was amazing. That first of all. So again, it's an honor and privilege to be part of this group. And one day I'll get to share my story. Yes. So thanks again, drcarlamaria.com.
Thank you, Dr.
So we have a panel coming up. We have a panel coming up to break our VIP vendors. At this time, I would just like to hear Melissa Johnson and a representative of Urban Peace. Amazing early in my life. All right. The Grammys is coming up, and he's going to the Grammys next week to shut down Kanye West. Give me something nice. Give me something nice. Come on, take that volume up a little bit as Dr. William B. Scott makes his way to the virtual stage. Mr. BT, Grammy Awards, he's responsible for a lot of things. I like to call it working with something really nice that you can put to those PhD on the wall. Also, I like to say this last night about y'all. I like that you work with Black Street. God, I'm just so glad you never worked with our stuff. All right. I'm gonna keep this real short. I'm not dealing with not quite today. But I just like to salute women for Women History Month. And I just like to say, you know, it's good to be here. Good to be amongst all of you all again. Seeing you all, you know, travel. My name is Dr. William B. Scott. I own a consulting firm. It's WB Scott Consultant. drwilliambscott.com if you want to check it out. But I'm newly retired as a professional. So this is my third week in retirement. My goal was, I had said I want to retire before I reach 65. So I made it in 54 and a half. So technically, I don't have to work another day in my life, but I'm gonna work. So I'm officially retired. I just like to say that I appreciate my brother. We were stationed. I'm ex-Navy, so we were stationed overseas together in Italy. We flew back, and we've been friends ever since. And so I just like to thank God for having me here today. And I'm gonna keep it short.
Because you have to give advice to the entrepreneurs out there. How can they get to a place of retiring early and still,
My God, Scott, he don't like to toot his own horn.
That's all right. Give him a tip.
Go ahead.
One little tip.
One little tip.
Two.
Okay, so you have to have a plan.
Get in the camera.
You have to have a goal. I wrote a book with a group of great men, and it was called, what is it called?
When do you lean in?
When men do what?
When we lean in, we all win.
We all win.
Let's celebrate.
And so, in my chapter, I talked about from poverty to prosperity, and I talked about how I grew up. I grew up in Alabama, and we didn't have much. Okay, and I talked about how I know a lot of y'all play spades, and it just depends on what type of deck of cards you get, who gonna win the game. And it talks about playing the hand that you was dealt. So whatever hand that you were dealt in life, you're gonna have to find a way to play it. Some of us redeem. Some of us get all the spades. Some of us get all the low cards. Some of us get all the high cards. But regardless of what you have in your deck, you got to find a way in order to do it. And so, what my goal was, when I went in the military, I stayed in the military for about 10, 11 years. I came back to the military because I wanted to gradually do things that outside of the military that I wanted to accomplish. So I hit the floor running, and I was able to accomplish a lot of things from get my bachelor's, from getting my master's, get my PhD, and all of those things. And I say it to say this, that no matter what your struggles are in life, and no matter what hand you was dealt, if you want to do it, you're gonna have to do it. But you're gonna have to set a goal. And what I do is I set 5-year goals. And so when I hit 50, my goal for 55, I had to make it. When I was at 45, my goal for 50 was I had to make it. And so I set these goals, and then at some time in my life, you may just have to step to the side and not do things that you're doing and step outside your comfort zone. So I've been outside my comfort zone for time and going to my goals. Thank God for this day, I was able to reach them on time. Thank you. Maybe the story we have to push on the show next week so you can really unpack the blueprint. Pretty cool checks you can come in. I ain't paying nothing. I would like to bring up Daryl at this time from Roy Allure. Round of applause, everybody. I believe in the power of prayer. Come on, if you're good looking. Elder bars, white skin, looking smooth. I believe in the power of prayer. And I've said this name all day, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Dr. Sheikah, he said, Stacey and Ricard. So Courtney said, pray for more ticket sales, more vendors. And I was telling this to Dr. Sheikah, when you pray, when the blessings come down, acknowledge that, right? Yeah. I really get tired of hearing what you're going through all the time. Did God bless you this morning? Were you on the wake-up call? Some people didn't make it, right? So the prayer, and he rose to the next day. All right. Amen. So that is a praise report. So when you're on the prayer call in a couple of days, let's change the narrative. Let's talk about a praise report. How did God bless you?
Yes.
All right. So I'd like to bring up Daryl. Pardon me. He's amazing entrepreneur. San Diego, what can I say? He's going to talk a little bit about his business. Then we're going to bring up a few more vendors, Melissa Johnson, and then we'll get to our panel discussion. Also, if you can make it to this table, Dr. Sheikah Houston, your accountants, come on up to this table here in the middle. Principal Tammy Taylor, Brody Dunbar. Please make it to this panel. Brody, get around. Right? And who else do we have on the panel? I know she's Stacy Henry Carr. So Stacy Henry Carr will come up for the panel, because after our vendors and speakers, we will go into our panel discussion and we'll get you on the microphone. Everybody, Daryl from Amoy.
Hello everyone, my name is Daryl Antoine. I am with Amoy Allure. We're a black-owned trademarked hair brand. Actually, I wrote down what I was going to say. I'm a public speaker, but sometimes I like to stay on script. Yeah, we specialize in 100% human hair. We value the truth about hair, increasing black owners in the hair industry, and providing quality product and service. What separates us from other hair companies is that instead of saying things like Brazilian Malaysian, which is very common in the market, or 9A, 10A, instead we focus on providing hair that talks about how the hair was produced, the thickness of the hair, and for example, how or what colors can the hair be produced to. So that separates us a little bit actually it separates us a lot from other hair companies. Also, what separates us is that I lived in China for 5 years, and while I was there, I had the opportunity to learn about hair. I invested $300 in the hair industry, and from there, my business partner and I, we traveled around China. If you don't know, China is the epicenter of hair production between China and India, so we learned a lot about hair. So we researched this hair for a couple of years before we sold our first bundle. So we like to say we know a little bit something about hair. Although I don't have many, I do sell really good hair. So we do have both retail and wholesale operations. Our retail website is boyallure.shop. You can check us out there. Our strategy for this year, for 2022, is partnering with established professional retail stores and salons to provide our hair directly inside of your store or your salon. This cuts down on the time it takes for clients to get to a beauty store and for stylists going out, running around, trying to find hair for their clients. So if you own a salon or a store, or if you know of someone who owns a salon or store, we are open for business. We would love to make an appointment with you. Even if you are not based in the Atlanta area, we obviously have Zoom and phone calls and other ways to get to communicate with you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we have a sign-up sheet there. Please come and talk to us about our hair. We're really proud of our product, very excited about it. And we thank you again for the opportunity to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Daryl. Anybody got your hand sanitizer around? Get over to the panelists, please. 1, 2. All right, let's bring up. Keep moving. I want you to keep up Johnny Gill, Broken Right Way remix. It's cute up, I'll tell you about it. All right. The next person I want to bring up. Be ready. Give me something, DJ. Melissa Johnson is in the building. She was about 85. Every time we about 85. I'm about 85. Okay. I got you. What we're doing, the kid play? No, I know, I see. All right, everybody. For the second time, I just want to say, brilliant black man show. Our producer, camera for coming in. Thank you for allowing me to share the spotlight with Dr. Scott tomorrow. And what Dr. Scott was talking about, one man being the wrong man. We have a lot of murders in the world, okay? George Floyd, go on and on. Turn off that mic on the turn that on. to say? Yeah, thank you. This book is very powerful. It's not just a book. Hey, Rhonda, how you doing? Rhonda, right? Sorry. Denise Foreman. I don't remember some of the names. Round of applause, y'all, to the patrons, the amazing Facebook friends. Thank you for coming. We just want to talk about that. I was talking about the sheep of SNAs. It's just not a book, everybody. It's a movement. And for you, Melissa, to purchase this book and understand the struggles and help change the area of African American males. Sometimes what's painted in the picture that you see on the 6 o'clock news is not a representation of all African American males. This man did 30 years to take care of his kids. And the subtitle was Beyond Ends, Revitalization, Education, and Representation. We got to revitalize minority communities. We have to be in education and understanding about what that is like. Education is the new sport. Teaching education over just trying to be an NBA or NFL. You just got free membership for 1 year from Masterminds. You. Not you, Dr. Davis. Oh. Dr. Davis, since I was pointing down there, I'm going to have to double down and give you 1, 2. All right, because I watched you last night in the Holy School 1, 2, free membership. 1 year, all right? And representation, being president in the boardroom and in the household. Everybody, Melissa Johnson. MJ.
Hello, Atlanta. Hello, Atlanta. I am Melissa Johnson, the CEO of Wow Ministries, LLC, and Wow Coaching Company. Why? Pain to purpose is the goal. Pain to purpose is the goal of the coaching program. I gleaned today from a story, a biblical story of a man named Joseph. I love his narrative. He was a dreamer. Do we have any dreamers here today? I'm a dreamer. Dream big. He was a dreamer, and God showed him his life story at a young age, but he wasn't prepared for that destiny. So God had to take him on a journey. God had to take him on a journey. And on this journey, Joseph found himself in a pit. He found himself in Potiphar's house, falsely accused, and then he found himself in prison. There are some painful situations that we may find ourselves in. But guess what? It wasn't the end of Joseph's story. He was in the process of being prepared for his destiny. God gave him that dream as a young man, but he had to go through the process of preparing him for that journey. So when he stepped into it, he would be prepared for it. I am so sorry.
Live camera here, everybody. I apologize. Move that way. You good? You step
Stay
back.
right here.
You
Okay.
good. This is live. They there. They can, so the world can see MJ.
Thank you, Lord. I'm so sorry. He will be prepared for his destiny. Wow Coaching Company is to prepare you for your destiny. I know you're a dreamer. I know God has put something inside of you that needs to come out of you. This is why we have created this company, so we can walk with you on this journey. What is your dream? What is your dream? We want to help you prepare for that dream. Sometimes it's a pit. It may be a little dark in that little dungeon. Sometimes you find yourself in the wrong place, and sometimes you find yourself locked up in prison, somewhere you're not supposed to be. But guess what? It's a part of the process. It's a part of the preparation process for your destiny. So when you step into your destiny, you are prepared. It's preparation meets opportunity, and then they come together. And guess what? You step into your purpose. And I call that personal success. Preparation is the key today. And that is what we do at WOW Ministry and WOW Coaching Company. You must prepare. You can't step in unprepared. Prepare today for tomorrow. This is Melissa Johnson of WOW Ministry, and you have a wow kind of day.
All right, y'all work with me while I'm gonna return the camera, you all, and get ready for our panel. Camera on, y'all, ladies. Let me make sure. Yes, I can see everybody's beautiful faces. Woo! Let me see the floor. I just, it got a little happy. Yep, we good. Y'all see here? Y'all. All right, so I want to make sure that everybody understands we are a business mixer. We are talking about entrepreneurship. We are talking about, like you said, that preparation. So everybody here has an entrepreneurial journey, even in their particular lane. So I don't have a few questions so everybody understands your journey, your backstory, and helping other entrepreneurs who might be a little afraid to step out, who are watching this and saying, okay, well, how do I step into that journey in that industry? And today we're blessed with having somebody who's here in the industry of self-help, mental health. Stacey, you're bringing up a doctor, I mean, the doctor who's today, and our doctor is.
I'll take it.
You're going to receive it. Stacey, here we are. We're going to talk about real estate, but not just real estate, but development and investment. I think when people say real estate, they go, oh, I got a house. But it's not about having a house. It's about having a legacy, building a dream, and how to create a business out of that. We have two wonderful educators. I can put Dr. on y'all. See, I like that. Like I said, Dr. Sheikha and Dr. Tammy will talk about how you turn education into not just something to pass on, but something to build beyond yourself and that their brand, their business. So I will, not just the people in the room, people watching us on the camera that understand the stream, and definitely share it with other people. But I think we have a limited belief about what entrepreneurship is. In the beginning, it's not a brick and mortar place. We call it a hustle, or we call it our side gigs. And we aren't really putting our whole hearts into those. So we're in this journey where we went through a season where everybody has a entrepreneurial journey in them, which is a ministry to serve other people. So let me jump into these questions, lady, and I want to tell y'all, yes, we have a lot of powerful women in Signature Entrepreneurs and Masterminds. A lot of powerful women. We have brothers that keep us and support us and walk with us, but we have some powerful women in here doing some powerful things. What you doing?
Can't see your head.
I don't worry about my needs. I want to see their needs. Okay, so I'm going to start with you, Stacey. All right. And that is because, a lot of the times we miss out on our mental health. Our mental health is something that we, especially in the entrepreneurial journey, we got this whole, we're going to hustle till I drop. So give me something that is the foundation of entrepreneurial that will help us have that peace of mind and things that we can do on that journey.
All right, can you hear me? Okay, so the first thing I would say is the hustle till I drop is not the way to go at all. Because in order for us to be able to give to others in whatever we do, how we serve, give to our business, we have to first give to ourselves. And many times, because the entrepreneurship thing it's a solo journey, and a lot of times people feel unsupported, and there's a lack of connection, as many people think they have to do a comparison and they have to be like everyone else. It is very important not to hustle till you drop, but to take care of yourself first. And the best way to take care of yourself is mind. So mind-body connection is real, right? And many people will go to the doctors in a heartbeat to take care of the physical body, and they forget to take care of the emotional, mental body. Your mindset It is what drives your entire being, how you think, your thoughts. It drives your emotions drive your behaviors drive your habits. How does that fall into being an entrepreneur? If you can't manage your thoughts and your emotions, 9 times out of 10, you can't manage your business. And it's very important that you start there first. You start with you, and then the you is not the physical you, the you is the mental you, it's the emotional you. And that will ripple effect in a good way. If you do it consistently, it will ripple effect in a good way toward your business.
Excellent. I love the fact that you use the word. If you can't manage your mind, if you can't manage your business, and a lot of entrepreneurs, they have excellent ideas, they have excellent things, but like you said, they cannot manage their time because they are so in the hustle of everything, which actually makes me think about you when you talk about that manage. Because I know you have more than you're seeing more than one business, you manage being a wife, you manage being a mother. You know, women look at that, oh, you got it all going on. And you know, I like to use this word balance because it makes me think about tires. You know, I don't like balancing things because, you know, that's all I just do, full of air hustle and moving them around. I think like prioritize. So in your business, how do you prioritize all of those things? You know, first as a woman, but then as an entrepreneur, mother, or wife, how do you prioritize that and still be a successful, thriving entrepreneur?
Great question. Still figuring that out. Hi everyone. Okay, so to prioritize, it's just what you said. It's what's important. You know what I'm saying? Like I deal with so many different clients. I still plan on my day the night before, and that helps me stay balanced so I don't know nothing falls in the cracks. You know, but family's first. God is first. Family and meditation, prayer, because like she said, I was a victim of anxiety. Oh my God, when I started this business and with the kids, I'm like, oh my God, how can I juggle this? And it's easy to give up, because you get so burned out and overwhelmed. That's how a lot of entrepreneurs kind of like pump their brakes on continuing their business because they get so burned out. So yes, setting boundaries, knowing, okay, have business hours. I'm a realtor, I'm not open 24/7. My clients can't call me past a certain time. I have to, these are my office hours. So prioritizing, but setting those boundaries, and that should be in your business plan, your business model. These are my office hours. This is how, this is the service that I provide. This is how I do it, just like a regular business that we go into. You understand? So just prioritizing by setting those boundaries, and you don't like to use the word balance, so I'm not going to use the word balance. I would just say boundaries. Whatever those boundaries look like for your particular business, set them, stick to them. It's your business, it's your mental health, it's your physical health that is important. It's going to keep you thriving and loving. Yeah.
Another reason why balance is a bad word because people always lose balance. We'll always lose balance because even the scriptures say we're going to fall. So if you're trying to keep it all together, never lose balance. Balance is not what we're supposed to keep. Priorities is what the scripture tells us, and keep it in our priorities: God, family, and if we remember, we got to love God, we got to love self, and then others. But we always put self all the way at the 100. So if we're doing that, we don't have to do a balance act. We don't have to juggle, but the struggle is going to cause us to drop. So as women, a lot of us are doing service acts. So let's divorce the circus, get out here in the real world so we don't have to be a part of the circus anymore. And so when I think about that, that brings me to the education point of it. A lot of us can't prioritize our entrepreneurial journey because we're afraid we don't have the certifications, we don't have the credentials, we're playing, these imposter roles, because we think we gotta have all of this just to step out on the journey. And I know y'all are doctors, so y'all ain't got to be imposters, y'all ain't got to worry about shopping officially. But what would you tell people if they're just starting out on that journey? Is that something they would be so frantic about and not even start.
Thank you, Courtney. Okay, there it is. Thank you, Courtney. I'm glad you brought that up because in education, this is actually something that Tammy and I talked to colleagues and teachers about having bias around. In the education field, because we're educating, a lot of times that's what's push children into being college ready. It's supposed to be college and career ready. Every career doesn't require a 4-year degree. And children and adults, as people, entrepreneurs, can make very lucrative amounts of money doing something that doesn't require a 4-year degree. But what hasn't happened is, as educators, we have to change our mindset around it and stop that hierarchy of thinking of, oh, you're only a certain type of student if those are ones going to a 4-year college. We have phenomenal students who are at the Career Center who get certifications in plumbing, electrical work, who will go out of school making more than some of the children who graduate with 4-year degrees. So as an entrepreneur, what matters is your education. Education. It may not necessarily be needed in other fields.
Hello, everyone, and I was echoing, as you said, I think one of the more important things, and it's ironic that you brought that into the conversation, Courtney, because when we are in this type of setting and you have these various platforms, because you've heard some amazing people today from all aspects of life and with all these different experiences. We have a fellow going to the Grange. We have some really important things happening within this room, but we may not have all gotten to our respective spaces on that same journey. We're going where we're going, and our journey is our journey. So I would say, just like she said, if there are folks listening who are shying away from doing something because you think that you don't have the education that it takes to get you where you're going, see what's required. And if what you want to do requires you to get a degree in psychology, then get your degree in psychology. But if your path is going to lead you to being a welder who welds underwater and makes way more money than we will ever make in our field, it doesn't necessarily require a 4-year degree. You can go to welding school. So do what makes sense and what is right for you, and never try to figure out someone else's path, because your path is your own. And I think if you follow that, then you will always be led, as you said, by God, and that's what really matters.
I think something that has been echoed by everyone that has come up here, from the vendors to our other speakers, they were talking about rebuilding, getting outside of the comfort zone. That's something that's been echoed here over and over today. Those two things that I've heard about. They kept talking about rebuilding, and we got to talk about comfort zones. A lot of us are stuck into a place where I am a mindset that I cannot rebuild. I lost everything, but I can stay. I cannot rebuild. So let's first start with that mental thing. How can you tell people to step into that place of being unstuck here?
Wow, like you're speaking my language, because that's what I do, is I help women primarily. I have men clients, but I help women primarily to get unstuck. The reason why we're stuck is because most of us don't live in the present moment. We spend too much time in the past and way too much time planning out the end result of the future. And I'm not saying, Dr. Scott, I'm not saying not to set goals, because he talked about his 5-year goals. What I'm saying is, when you focus so much on the end result, you miss the things within the journey of it. So the bottom line is, to get unstuck is to just remember right now. Right now, literally, like right now, right? And if you can just think about right now and stop ruminating on the past, what I've been through, those cards Dr. Scott talked about, those cards that were dealt that were so crappy, the abuse, the words, the bullying, none of that truly matters because it's in the past. How much money you're going to make 10 years from now, I hate to say it, really doesn't matter because it's 10 years from now. What you're doing now. And so if people can just focus on the now, that will get you unstuck. That will absolutely produce a better movement for you in life. And so that's what I focus on, helping my clients to focus on the now, right now. That's what's important.
I like that, all about the now space. One thing I love to say, you can waste so much of your energy talking about the good old days. Anybody remember this about good old days? Yeah, you're around people, that's all they talk about these good old days. You go around those people, and that's all you hear about. You're like, what you doing today?
Yes.
That's all they have a conversation about. I know people, all they do is talk about how it's 13. And y'all know I'm really bad at 13. But I mean, that's all I can hear about. It's like, I was a child, we're gonna give me a break. Let me grow past 13. Can I get past 13? I mean, it's not, I wouldn't feel bad being a teenager, but I don't want to live there. That's the only conversation I can have. So, and that's the thing, you waste your relationships and your time with all you discuss the good old days. And we miss what you say about our great life because all we talk about is what's good and what's great right now. What's great right now. So in that, I saw the list of you little people coming in here. Great right now.
Yeah, right on time.
Yeah, I know right on time we're talking about the great right now. I'm trying to remember what you were saying. So
I was getting
all that stuff. Yes, and you know, I know you have a wonderful story. I want you to get on. But the unstuck when life throws you a curveball and how your business actually began in that curveball and how you get out of yourself and get stuck. So give us a little of that story.
Okay, and my husband and my children, they came in right on time. That's my husband, Stephen. He's also my business partner. And we were forced into entrepreneurship. So 2 weeks apart from each other in March. So March is when we got laid off. He got laid off from his corporate job in the mortgage industry. So Stephen is gonna be okay, don't worry about it. I got us until you get another job. Well, 2 weeks later, I got that same phone call. You're laid off. So now we have zero income. No health insurance, one severance, and it was my severance. That very small severance that I got, I lifted my hands, and this was more of a rejoicing time for me because I'm like, I've been praying for it. I've been praying for an out. I've been praying to start my own business. God will never fail me. Like he won't. Like he's going to put something in my path that is going to elevate us. And when I mean to the penny, we sold that penny into starting Regal Legacy Group. And I said, for my children, I want to leave a legacy. So our model is build a legacy, leave an inheritance. And honey, when I got laid off, the whole department at my job got laid off. So I went to my friends, my coworkers. I said, let's go from this 401k. Let's start buying a property. Let's start this is a brand new business for us. My husband started learning about project management. We're getting contractors. It was just like somebody said, God is going to open your spiritual eyes. You get what I'm saying? It was a vision. It was so clear for us. It was so tangible. People thought I was crazy. They thought he was crazy. They're like, okay, you gonna spend all your money? Y'all not even gonna try to find another job? No, we're not. Like, because, but that's going against the grain. You understand what I'm saying? And if you can see the vision, it was like, and I'm so passionate about it because it's a fire. It's like that fire that we have. And this is 4+ years later, you know, again, I went to real estate school, now I'm a broker. I'm a real estate broker. We're buying properties, we're helping, you know, so many new investors, building a legacy, leaving an inheritance. So that's how you get unstuck. I don't care what anybody says. If that's what God put in your spirit, He's gonna give it to you. Now it's up to you whether you're gonna listen to Him. He's gonna give it to you. He speaks to you daily. When you get those big ideas, never brush them off to say, I can never. You say, thank you, God, for being intentional in my life, for giving me this gift, and I'm going to do everything to fulfill my purpose in this. So that's how you get unstuck, fellas and ladies.
Well, I like that because it also, even though we're talking about outside of our comfort zone, mentally we had to get out of our comfort zone to get out of our way. Financially, we had to get out of our comfort zone and worry about other people thinking we're crazy. I know it's passion, you always say you gotta have a foolish faith. Yeah. You know, like everybody says you gotta have lost your mind. And that's when you know you really step out of God. I ain't not gonna be a fool with faith. So we got to be a fool with the faith that you know God's gonna take care of you. So that's the kind I'm talking about. So even when we swap over here to the education lane, you know, the push, you know, I heard Dr. Scott say, you know, when I have this plan, I gotta put some things aside in order to get them done. And I know you all know when you all decide, hey, I am like, I get out of the shop, if you don't mind looking for the game or whatever next door. But I call it around shouting, but we don't try to do that like it's free. But the thing is, what is the place that we have to say, okay, I know I need this degree, I do need this education. How do we get ourselves and push ourselves to do it? Because you know, we all got an excuse. We got, oh, I got kids, I just don't have the time, it costs so much. What are some things that we do to get unstuck from that and go ahead and say, I am going to do this?
I think it kind of knows that to what we're talking about, you just have to basically just do it. Most of the time, God has set a path for you. You just have to be obedient and follow it. And if you know that you need certain information or something else that's going to elevate you higher, elevate your business higher, elevate your brand higher, then you just have to do it. You have to bite the bullet and do it, because you can make excuses all day, every day. Every day, same things are going to be in front of you. I'm very tenured. I have children. All of those same things are going to be there every day. Whether I decide to do something to move myself and my family forward is up to me, and I just have to put in the work and put forth the effort to do it. So either you're going to do it, or you're still going to be talking about the same things that you would like to do the next day.
And I will say powerful story. It just ministers to me, to probably all of us, because our business was birthed out of in the pandemic. So there really isn't an excuse to not get started when there is something that is either a passion for you, or you know that God has placed this assignment on your life. So you either are going to step up and do what you know to do, because there were some things that happened along our journey, and it's outlined in the book that's coming out that we have. Our leadership journey is outlined in there, and there were struggles and mishaps and disappointments. There were people who counted us out, and what we had to do was to stay faithful. And you talk about crazy faith, you have to really believe that God is going to deliver when you are in the middle of a situation where the odds are really truly stacked against you. You are at the bottom of the barrel, and it seems like nothing is in the cards for you. And honestly, I think that's when God moves most, because we couldn't do what needed to be done. So we had to trust that God was going to lead us and follow that path. And I think that that's one of the things that we try to live by, to trust in the Lord with all of our hearts so that we don't have to lean to our own understanding. Because I believe that He will direct us in the path that we're supposed to take. We just have to have the courage to do it.
So I'm glad that everybody is in the room so you can actually hear the conversation, but for the people who are streaming in, y'all always say you miss something when you're just not in the room. It's always the atmosphere, it's yours, you feel it's hard a little bit differently than when it's streamed out. But everything that you all say, it resonates with me. I had the opportunity to do 20 plus years, in the world's work. You think, whoo, I got a plan, and this is how it's gonna work out. I know we all got a plan in right for somewhere in that plan, I'm not coming to be like, what am I gonna do? So, but we go over and we be like, okay, God, use everything in your power to get back to the way it was before the plan, and don't even realize you are going against God's plan. Going against God's plan. So I wonder if there's some people today who are really, they still trying to go back to the same job they had pre-COVID. I don't believe in paying, I don't pay. So that's why I'm just like, I don't pay for nobody, my husband, I believe in peace no matter what. So at the end of the day, whatever you had pre-COVID, that's what you had pre-COVID. Let's not go back and spend our time chasing that, spending our dreams on that. I'll tell you, don't go back and stay living today. Whatever you have today, the most of what you have today. And I always say, God got something in your hand. It's always a ring in the bush, it's always a staff in your hand, it's always something. Just be obedient to take that journey, just like Brooke being obedient to look foolish. Be obedient to get to the end and the barrel so you can go ahead and get your doctor's degree. No matter how low people think you are, God still provided you in that low place. We in this society got this imagery. Y'all know what imagery, imagery we all do it on the outside. We don't look like what we've been through, but y'all acting like what you've been through. That's all another conversation. But the key is to stay on the journey that God gave each and every one of us. So, we always on this time structure, and I don't want to leave out our own last lady of the hour. You ready? Okay, I know I'm just trying to get ready, but stand up there with you. No, she don't. I'm gonna be right here with y'all. I'm gonna say y'all should come over here. Yeah, and then yeah, but don't leave with that because I want y'all to tell about your business. Come here because we got a camera kind of turn this way now. So I want to make sure you tell about your business. Tell me how long.
And this is my business.
Tell us the name of it.
Premier there. So I started my business because I've been doing hair. When I was younger, I was wearing hair, whether it was a friend or a family member, and my first job was actually doing hair and breaking down hair in a hair salon. Eventually, she started letting me soak hair in and bring the hair in, and I got to feel like the different textures, the weaves, and things like that. And it wasn't great quality. So I always doing my own hair as well. I always look for better quality hair, and I look into products as well because I love the texture of hair. So years down the line, I guess here I am. I started my business. I have edge shaver because for a lot of women, especially with natural hair, gel doesn't work, so they got hair down. A lot of tapers that have water as the first product and hold our hair down. So my taper promotes edge growth, and it holds our edges down. I have my hair growth serum. I have one lady, she had alopecia, she uses my hair growth serum. She loves it, and her hair looks amazing. And as well, I have fake lashes.
You're amazing.
you all. I don't know if you all have a shot, if you can see the people in the room, but the thing is, it's not always about being in the biggest space, the most people, because this is virtually watched over and over. So even if you're going to go back and later and share with somebody the information that was here, I believe can bless somebody, because everybody here knows somebody that's stuck. Somebody always talk about the good old days. Yeah. Y'all laugh, we all know somebody, when you see Palmer, you're like, oh my goodness, you try to take me back. And the day I just go inside, y'all laugh, y'all. Okay, I do want you all to tell what your business is and how people can find you. And let me tell you something about Stacey and Carl. You know, she got on people butterflies, and I had an opportunity to interview on her podcast. Now, when we talk about butterflies, these have such great colors that they show. And when Stacey is there, she's just such a radiant person. It's not about, you know, the loud colors, but it's her personality. So,
I did not pay her to say that. Thank you. So my name is Stacey Henry Carr, HenryCarr, and you can find me on all social media as Stacey Henry Carr, and my website is staceyhenrycarr.com. And I am a certified life coach and a rapid transformational therapy practitioner, i.e. hypnotherapy. Yes, I am a hypnotherapist. And I help women to get unstuck, which is why I mentioned that's my thing, from their past. Anything that's holding them back, to get them to start living and be present. And it's my passion. I used to be a corporate chick, and I dumped corporate in 2016, and it's the best thing I've ever done. I didn't wait for them to dump me, I dumped them. It's the best thing I've ever done in my life. It was tough, it was scary. But being an entrepreneur is awesome. And I have the word that you need. Instead of balance, it's alignment. Because when we are in alignment, we cannot fall off balance.
Me and Dr. Maria have conversations about you all kind of stuff. I'll let you go, because I know you get that phone. You're like, oh, I got it. Because we know you are in a lot. You know, we know that, you know, I didn't tell people feel like I'm sure everything about how you are going to get cut. It's about everybody knows everybody is. I always tell them, I don't know. We do. And when I visit, I always think about my own door. No, I know your mom close enough, but I don't know, I try to figure out my age.
45.
Okay, I'll go with that. But I always think about, you know, when you have a daughter, you always protected her, and like, okay, she good, everything is gonna work out. And that's how when I get you know, I'm like, okay, we're just gonna do it, but she's gonna be all right, and we're gonna work with her. And that's how I feel like when I say we're gonna work with you, because I know you're not there in this space. You have your wonderful language, a wonderful person, and we are moving her in this executive place with us on our team. So she is our let me see all these titles. Our small business development. Lord, I know. Come on, it's a long day. So over our small business development, and that's why I want to make sure you all know her developing the business, not just what she does, but how she does it for other people invest in creativity. So give a little bit about you.
Hey family. Okay, so I am Brooke Dunbar. You can find me on all social media platforms. Brooke Dunbar Real Estate, Brooke Dunbar MBA. That's what you'll find me in all my social medias on my banner. 404-668-4161, BrookeDunbarRealEstate.com, BrookeDunbarRealEstate@gmail.com. So you can find me on all those platforms. And I am a realtor here in the state of Georgia, but I assist with investments in any state. So I assist, you know, wherever you're from, whether you're gonna, California, South Carolina, my two new investors, South Carolina. So, you know, you can invest, with Regal Legacy Group, in Portsmouth real estate.
All right, tell us about creating educate, but wait, because I know y'all think y'all have anything to say about y'all.
No, I was gonna say.
And let me hear y'all, I have been waiting to see them for a whole year. We were supposed to meet in Charlotte last year, and that is when COVID rose to its highest, and it was like, oh, and everybody was doing the things, y'all, I sure no matter what I would be, don't touch me. But that's how y'all think I'm doing because I ain't got sick, so. But in that space, I was figuring my own space. So I was like, man, I am never gonna get this, these ladies. I told her I thought they were catfish, y'all make people on social media. I was like, this was not even real, I don't want to see them. So it was such a pleasure, you know, to lay eyes on them, and they really are women, you know, you see on social media. You know, a lot of times we see people on social media, they hyped up because they have put on a persona, or you see them in person, you go, oh, I want to get that person. So you all are better in person than women on social media. So I'm waiting to see you all for a whole year.
Thank you. It's really nice to be here and be a part of the group. Very nice to meet everyone in person as well. Create and educate, Stephanie and I found this because we wanted to try to solve problems in education. So we are a literary and consulting firm. We provide professional development to educators as well as corporate training because there's really not that much difference between managing schools and managing organizations. Management is the same. So we work with both areas. And we also work with, because we're so passionate about literacy, and that's one of the biggest things that we work with educators on, we work with independent authors because during our journey of improving our schools, the one thing that helped our students the most was providing them with culturally relevant literature. Children have to see themselves in books and literature. And many times the people that we normally buy from in education, there's not good representation. So we decided to tackle that problem on our own by seeking out self-published authors who have a lot of times better quality products and books than we even see with the companies that we deal with in education. So we teach entrepreneurs, authors, how to approach schools to conduct business with schools, how to get your products in schools, and then we also provide a training aspect to educators and to business people. Oh, and you can find us on, you can follow me, Sheikah Houston, SHEKA Houston, just like the city, on all social media platforms. Our website is www.createeducate.solutions, and you can reach all of our social media platforms from there as well.
Nothing to add, except it is truly a pleasure to have been able to meet everyone in person.
Guys, can I just chime in? I just gave you all my social media. Maybe I forgot to talk about my business real quick. Okay, so Regal Legacy Group, guys, we are a full service investment company where we assist you from purchasing the property, renovating the property. My husband's a project manager. He takes care of all like the contractors, getting all the materials. Once the house is ready to be sold, then I am the licensed associate broker, and then I list your house so that you can get a return on your investment. And on the associate broker side, I assist commercial, residential, real estate as well in the whole state of Georgia. Thank you.
Wow.
Okay, and as I said, there's a lot of our people that are, some of our people, you know, due to transitions of life are unable to make it. But if you go to Signature Entrepreneurs and Masterminds, Google us, and you will find out this is a fabulous group. Go to LinkedIn, look at our group, and then you can actually jump on our website, view the videos and things that we're doing. We will be in multiple cities. So it's not just happening here in Georgia, it will be in a lot of places delivering this community, this is a community service where we will be providing things to the community. One of the things that I love about our group, we pour that into our members, into the schools where the kids, investing in each other, being referral partners. So that is one of the things that we believe in wholeheartedly. It's not just going out and, being a bazaar, that's what I don't think. Yet we are not out just in selling our beers. It's really about us doing the service and make sure you visit the website, see the stories that we're doing. Last month in Houston, doing the same thing, depositing our dreams into success, and that's the key to all of it, creating success out of everything. So we have a return on investment in our mental space, and our financial space, and our educational space. So all of those things get a return on investment. And I will now hand the mic back over to Dr. Scott.
That's Dr. Scott.
I'm looking dead at you and say Dr. Scott.
She don't drink the lick, y'all.
You was on my mind. I've been praying for you. Dr. White.
We're gonna stay here for a little bit longer. We're getting ready to go to patronize our vendors. The two young ladies that I gave honorary pre-membership on here, come see you real quick. DJ, before you cue it up, we're gonna get on. And I was praying about it, but I just got back from Houston. It's my theme song. Yeah, it's cold. Bring it in, DJ. Up. Everybody stand up. I want to thank y'all for coming today. Come on. Mastermind members, come on. Somebody know that, brother. Everybody give yourself a round of applause for being here today. Thank you so much. All right, DJ, with that. That's good. We're going to have close remarks. Enjoy this, so I got to do some quick moves before I go back to early tomorrow. You got that Justin Bieber Peaches song? Is that broken in? One more cigar for you last night. All right. Just want to thank everybody. We're getting ready to patronize our members. Go to the ATM, go to your pockets. So we're going to do some shopping right now. What you got for me for Georgia? Denise Foreman is in the building, everybody. Hey, Denise, thanks for coming in. I see you. And I gotta take some food home now. You got it for me? I'm just my Logan guy. Like that. Let me open up my jacket. Hey, Steve. Round of applause for the men in the building. Steve, I see you. I'm gonna turn it back over to the national chair. Courtney Lee Smith. We got Courtney Scholars in the building. He's going to shut the West down in the crazy next week. Courtney Lee Smith, everybody.
I am enjoying the atmosphere of just what we saw this. We were gonna meet each other. It's a business mixer, and we have really done that. And I don't want anybody to be disappointed in the numbers. And I'm gonna just say that in the numbers, because God will bless us no matter how many people showed up just for our obedience and in moving in faith. Because I know we get caught up in the numbers. We do. We all do. We get caught up in life. We get caught up in followers. We get caught up in the head counts on the roster. Okay. So first of all, when you do all that, have a conversation with God. Oh, yeah, I'm thinking about that. Don't kill me about it. You guys don't do over.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I forgot to mention, so underneath the chairs, there's a business card or an advertisement. Today we're going to give away one of our Memorial Award hats. If you live in Atlanta or You already know it's getting warm, so these are a beautiful hat that you can take with you. So check under your chair. Someone has a business card, and whoever has that card is the winner. I think you're happy.
See, say I'm blessed. It's round, but now, I know, she just wanted to give, but she brought it to give away also. How are we doing here?
Oh, I don't know. I've been in my little arts and craft mode lately, so,
pretty.
but, it says man cave.
Okay,
Okay.
so we don't go, we don't,
Center.
how many things we got in the room?
So it's like, this is a bottle opener, it says man cave refreshment center. And then there's like men's stuff in here.
Okay, guys.
Nine.
Nine in the room. Okay, we're gonna do this like old fashioned, like if you were at the wedding, and we're gonna pretend like we're throwing stuff in there. Okay, but there is one of the questions to this.
Oh, that's good.
So let me figure out the question. Now, I'll figure out how y'all think, because I'm on. I can't ask that one, 'cause I already know.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
8, 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, 9. Okay, so we gonna ask a question so we can get this giveaway, because I wanna make sure we do it all nice and clear and not just say, pick a number out the hat. So we gonna really take a number, because I'm thinking of a number. And I'm not gonna go 1 to 100, that's a little bit too much for my brain to go that far. Okay, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 2. Whoever is closest to that number gets it that. 7. I said 10. 35. Okay, you got 35. What you got?
42.
25. Oh, I know what the number is. I know. Oh, I mean, I don't have no way to.
I'll go 7.
You go 7. What you have? The number is actually 25.
Oh,
okay. Yes, 25. You thought it was 7 just because she said it.
I just want to say, well, my girl is being invited to be on today, and just listen to everyone, but I am here this summer as well. I'm 70, however, and I'm busy on the fish shop at State Capitol for 7 years, but I closed because of COVID. And then God brought this other business to me where I'm starting my janitorial service for commercial. And someone mentioned today about 2 things, about the education, about you don't have to go to school. And my youngest daughter who just graduated, she's like, Mom, why did I go to school for 4 years? She says, I don't even know what I want to do. But she's now helping me to build a legacy with our business of cleaning janitorial services, where at some point if she gets older, she can be a multi-millionaire. We get done working it out. So I'm great that I'm here today to hear the message to everyone that's spoke. And my business is called SP Elite Solutions.
All right, DJ. We get ready to turn over the shower to you.